Every dangerous structure that I dealt with was challenging, to be fair, because you were usually there on your own, so you didn't have a team of people to bounce your ideas off. So it was challenging in terms of the enormity sometimes of getting to a dangerous structure and realising that you're the answer. You've got to come up with the answers. You know, what are you going to do with this? How are you going to make that building safe, or how are you going to keep people safe from that structure? You know, is quite a daunting task, really. Not for the faint-hearted. It does give you a buzz, you know, there's no two ways about it. If you're that way inclined, driving up to that dangerous structure and not really knowing what you're going to get when you get there is quite exhilarating, scary at the same time. Some of the ones that stick out in my mind as being challenging for me were a vehicle, a massive lorry, ran into the back of a commercial building during the day, and the fire service didn't know whether there were people in the building at the time, and I had to kind of work out, you know, how we were going to make that building safe. Was it safe for the fire service to go in there to start off with, and then how we were going to get the vehicle back out of the building, and what was going to happen to the structure of that building when we did start to extract that building, or when the fire service did start to extract that vehicle. So that was quite challenging. And another one which sticks in my mind only because it was not what we would typically expect to be involved with, was a bridge over a canal, and there had been a lot of groundwater, and there'd been actually possibly a burst pipe, I think, in the road above the bridge, which had affected the structure of the bridge, and you know, I had to make an assessment of that. You know, what could we do immediately? It was quite a busy thoroughfare over the top of the bridge, and you know, putting traffic lights on there, which eventually, you know, stayed there for almost 18 months, a set of traffic lights which didn't go down very well in our community, but you know, that was what we did at the time to reduce the loading on the bridge. And so it was literally a matter of, you didn't know what you were going to get next, and you needed to be able to very methodically understand how to put something right, take the danger away, but also from a public protection perspective, you know, help the people who were left adjacent to those properties or whatever. And another one that I dealt with was an end of Terrace that was slowly slipping down a mine shaft, and over the period of you know, 4 or 5 days while we watched this building, it did indeed, you know, on the 4th day there was nothing left. It was in a hole in the ground, you know, and the biggest part of that operation was, from a local authority perspective, rehousing people from around the vicinity, because we actually didn't know you know, what was going to happen to other properties. So that's where your public service and rehousing people comes into the whole equation. So yeah, really interesting, scary, exhilarating.